everybody, and welcome back to another video with Electra Soul. If you're new to my channel, I'm a psychic medium, a spiritual life coach, and just a spiritual girl putting everybody on alongside a whole lot of other things. But today in this video, guys, I'm coming through with a topic that I think needs to be spoken about when it comes to manifesting what you want and what you will, because guys, seriously, the strong-minded mentality needs to stay afloat. When it comes to manifesting all that you want, I cannot express, and I'm really making this video today because I have come to terms with the way that this mindset is a necessity to carry out, for the reason that, honestly speaking, not everyone around you is going to understand why you have such a strong mentality. Not everyone around you is going to understand why you think you can manifest all that you want. Not everyone around you is going to understand why your self-concept is so high and why you disregard things that are deemed logical in this world, because not everybody is on the same exact wavelength that you're on just yet. And it's not even about energies or anything like that. What I more so mean is that not everybody understands where you're coming from when it comes to limitlessly manifesting all that you want and all that you will. Now, the reason that it is so important that I make this video today is because from my own personal experience, like I stated, recently speaking, I feel like I've come to terms with the fact that there are a lot of people around me, not people that I really interact with on a day-to-day basis or anything like that, but when I go out and I do my thing, there's a lot of people around me who just don't have the mindset that they really are as limitless as we claim to be. You know, like, not everyone believes that, because understandably so, this is a logical world to plenty of people. And although I do entirely understand where the limits come in, where they play, and you know, things like that, I totally understand why these things are ideas that some people have grown up feeding themselves into, especially because I was that person myself for quite a long time. But regardless of me being that person for a very long time, you know, growing up on limiting beliefs, I always felt in my soul that there was just so much more to what I was being told. I always knew that those limits that people were saying were limits were not actually anything that I had to, you know, take with me, especially because I get to choose my reality. And that's why me finding the law of assumption back in 2021 was so validating to that, because I really did end up discovering from that point on that I can really manifest anything that I want. You know, like, I truly am such a powerful person, and as long as I stay positive minded, so many positive and wonderful things will manifest for me, simply because I am persisting in the mindsets of that. You know, like, I'm being strong-minded enough to understand that that is exactly what I have going on, because it absolutely is. Now, yes, okay, so like I was stating, I definitely have come to terms with the fact that there are a lot of people, I don't want to claim that, because I do believe that everyone is open to change, and I do believe that you can always assume that other people are very limitless minded as well. But without intentionally assuming anything differently, I have noticed from my own personal experience that there are a lot of people who feel like there is a way for you to fail, who feel like there's a way that you can stop doing what you love to do because something could happen to you, that feel like there are a lot of things that you have to overcome in order for you to be successful. You need to bust your ass in order to get there. It's not easy. It's very difficult. It's going to take a lot of time, and if you make it all the way through, you got to keep it up, because if you don't, you can fall behind. And again, these are things that I do understand. I totally get where these thought trains and mindsets come from, because again, I was that person as well at one point, but again, it never stood right with me. It never felt right to me. Now, within me making this video, I do want to make it very clear to you all that the reason that I am making this video today is because I really feel like it is extremely important to remember exactly who you are in this world, guys. The self-concept needs to go hard. Additionally, that is also why I cover the topic of self-concept so often. It's because it really is a huge helper when it comes to you manifesting what you want, because y'all don't know how many times people come up to me and say, oh, I've been trying to manifest this for the last 6 months and I don't understand why it's not happening. What can I do to actually make it happen? Babe, like, are you persisting for real? Are you believing in yourself for real? Are you actually letting this thing happen for you? Or are you going to continue complaining about how you've tried everything and that nothing is working, even though you are still supposed to be strong-minded in the way that things are going to work out for you? Even if there is a twinge of doubt, that should not overpower or outweigh the power and confidence that you have within yourself in the fact that that thing is still manifesting for you. So it does not matter what anybody says to you. You know, even if you feel like you can't really outright say, don't worry about it, be limitless, believe in yourself. You know, sometimes these things feel like they need some working up the ladder to do, in the way that you gotta start conditioning these people to believe that they can really be as limitless as that, or you can simply assume that they will believe that, because I've done that for myself as well, and I really do love that. But let's say, for example, that in your life you go to a brand new school, okay, and everyone around you does not believe that it's possible for you to be successful without you losing sleep, without you not eating much because you're studying all the damn time, without you basically suffering in some way in order for you to be successful. But you, on the other hand, have proven success to yourself because you still do what you want to do while knowing that you will be successful, period. You know, you might be one of those people that people think, oh, they're so lucky. I don't know what they have, but they are the luckiest person that I know. The thing that you have is the mindset that everything is working out for you one way or another regardless, okay? That's all that it is. That is literally all that it is, and that is exactly why today in this video, which we're about to get started with the video because yes, I have a very long introduction clearly, is staying strong-minded within your desires. Because guys, this is very serious. And upon me meeting a lot of people within the last few months, I would say like within the last 2 months, there have been plenty of people who I've seen really identify themselves with enormous limits that honestly, if you hear it enough, it could feel very detrimental to your mental health, to the way that you perceive yourself, to even your limitless nature, and that's not something that I claim at all. So really, the only thing that I'm taking from this is, for one, that this is an enormous challenge for me in a great way. A challenge in the way that, okay, I'm not gonna let this mess with me, I'm not gonna let this hinder my growth or my belief in myself. And two, the challenge being me assuming differently from these people so that they can actually be as limitless as perhaps I am. This is something that is instantly done in our highest favors, and honestly guys, I believe in myself too much for me to fall short at all. I take everything in this life to be something that is helping me grow in every single way that it possibly can, so I believe in myself way too much for me to, again, fall short. I know that I can do all that I want to do, I know that I can have all that I want to have, and I know that no one and nothing can stop me, which is why I'm making this video so that you all can stay focused on your own journey, because I do know what it's like to come from a family with a lot of limiting beliefs, to be surrounded by people with a lot of limiting beliefs, but that is not who we are, nor is it anything that we claim, alright? So let's be strong-minded about it, let's stand and stay on top of our business, let's continue on strong, and let's not stop for a single damn thing because we have no reason to at all. Alright guys, so with that being said, let's get started with the video right now. Well, we already did, so that we can get to talking about being strong-minded when it comes to your desires, because there is no falling short here. We can't do anything less than best, and that is period, that is final. Alright though guys, so continuing on from my point stated earlier, I will tell you guys, it really does take having a strong self-concept, something I talk about often for the reason that you have to have this. Like, I feel personally that having a strong self-concept is honestly a necessity, okay? I know that it is not a necessity generally speaking when it comes to manifesting what you want. You can totally manifest what you want without you having a strong self-concept, because I mean, we are manifesting regardless, always. You know, whether you have a very positive or negative mindset, you are still thinking in favor of something, thus that thing manifesting. But I will tell you guys that with a strong self-concept, it makes you unbreakable to anything, okay? It's not like you're fragile anymore, which you never were, but it really does help build that shell of protection over the way that you think about everything in this reality. Things might hurt you, you know, you might get your feelings hurt, things might be a little bit complicated from time to time, which even then we don't claim that. But even then, throughout those difficult times, quote unquote, we are still so strong-minded that we know for a fact that, for one, we are overcoming all that shit. Like, it is literally already done. We have overcame it, and that's it. And number two, it's the fact that none of these things could bring us down. You know, nothing out here is strong enough to keep us from being who we want to be or manifesting what we want to manifest, because we believe in ourselves that much. And I really do believe that it is extremely important that you hold that standard up in your mind. Because with the people that I have been interacting with lately, and again, when I say interacting, I don't mean like being friends with them or anything like that. I mean people that I've had to talk to because of social circumstances. Going out in public and having to communicate with others who are around me, I will tell you guys, it can again feel very easy for you to feel like a victim to the things that they're saying. Oh, it's really hard for you to do this, you gotta do that. It's not gonna be what you think that it is. Okay, if you say so, Tiffany, okay, you can believe that, but I don't believe that for myself. So if you know that you have gotten this far without you listening to these limiting beliefs, you know that you've gotten exactly what you wanted in the past because of your limitless mindset, you know that even now, everything is still and always working out for you. You don't start to fall victim now to the things going on around you, no matter who is telling you what. Being strong-minded here is the most important thing. So if somebody tells you you can lose something if you do that, you can jeopardize that if you do that, or whatever, you know, I'm just saying random things, but things that sound extremely limited when it comes to your successes, baby girl, right then and there, you don't sit there and start absorbing what they're telling you. Oh my God, they might be right. Oh my God, no, absolutely not. That is not the time, baby girl. Like, it really is not. What you do right then and there is that maybe if it's affecting you a little bit, you don't feed into that. You choose to not feed into that because that is still a choice. People talk about money issues. Well, good thing I got my money. That's what you got to say to yourself. Well, good thing that I believe that this universe is my ATM. Good thing that this universe loves to give me money. I never not have money. I'm always full of money. I always have money. You don't sit there and start agreeing, oh yeah, shit, you know, I could definitely lose it all today. No, baby girl, whoa, hold it back, for real. Crank it down a notch, like they say in school, because that's really the truth. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What they're saying is not it, but what you're saying is it. Okay, you are the truth. You know what you're saying about yourself, and you know that you've gotten this far because you've always chosen to believe in yourself to that extent. So why are you gonna start falling victim now? Because Samantha told you something different? Okay, have you seen Samantha's life? No offense. You know, we don't want anyone to suffer, but we can also see when people are self-inflicting things onto themselves where it doesn't have to be a struggle this much, okay? Money can be limitless in your highest favor. And I don't want to blame anybody either. I don't want to say that it's all Samantha's fault that she has money issues or whatever. All I'm saying is that her mindset definitely does contribute to what she is manifesting in her reality. So if Samantha wants to make more money, I don't think sitting around and saying how broke she is going to help her, because it's not. But instead, being more optimistic, you know, even if you don't fully believe in yourself just yet, working up a ladder of being more optimistic about it, believing in yourself a little bit more and more and more about how money comes into her reality as quickly, as easily, and as effortless as that is really going to help that actually manifest into her reality. And even if she doesn't know how at first, the whole point is that she has to start somewhere. You start somewhere and then you persist in that mindset and then you see how changes manifest. But even then, what Samantha believes is not your problem. What you have to focus on here is you being strong-minded within your beliefs about your desires, no matter what limiting beliefs are being fed to you on the outside. These are simply all 3D circumstances that have nothing to do with you by choice. You choose to not suffer. You choose to not go through hell in order for you to manifest what you want. You choose to not feel like you don't have what you want, thus you getting and having and feeling like you do have everything that you want, because that right there is a choice that you make. And if you know that you deserve the best, you cannot let the outside noise ever bring you down under any capacity. You just can't. And another reason I will say that I felt that it was very important to make this video today is because upon the things that I have been hearing, these limiting beliefs from other people, I'm telling you guys right now, if I was not a stronger person within my mind, I really feel like these are things that could have actually affected me, but that could never happen because I would never claim that. But you all see what I'm saying. It all goes to show exactly what you believe about yourself and your reality and the strong-minded nature that you are putting into this. It's one thing to hear one limiting belief being told to you from somebody that you love. Oh, you know, believe in yourself. It's okay. You can do better. You can believe in the highest case scenario. Don't be afraid of that. But then it's another thing when, generally speaking, all you hear around you are limiting beliefs from people that you know, that you don't know, from the general public. Maybe as a group, people believe something that you don't believe in. When that limited belief is something that you hear in your ear, you have to remember exactly who you are. Even if it sounds credible to that person, maybe you think, oh, it happened to them, it could happen to me. No, it can't. It absolutely cannot. You are not a person who sits there and settles with the things that other people have gone through. You know, of course, everybody has the power to rise up, and I really, truly do believe that. Just like I say often on my channel that, you know, I've been through a lot of shit when it came to the law of assumption, life in general, my mindset, all that. But just because I have been through those things does not mean on everything that y'all have to go through the same things. That's exactly why I make these videos. It's so that you guys do not go through the same things. But you see, I could sit here and say, well, I went through it, so you might go through it too. You know, it might not be easy for you either. You might be the person who might suffer like me. No, absolutely not. We're not doing that. I have learned from my mistakes, and I'm even strong enough to understand that the things that I've been through, a lot of it was self-inflicted. I don't blame myself for that. You know, I don't give myself shit for it, but I do understand my responsibility in the suffering that I had within my reality. That's it. And I'm totally okay with that because I am so much better and stronger now because of it, because I understand now just how much power my thoughts really do hold within my reality. So I need you guys to truly understand from the bottom of your hearts exactly what it is to remain strong-minded with your self-concept to the extent of you believing in your desires that much, because again, that is where self-concept really does play an enormous role in. It plays the role in which you continue to assume the very best out of yourself, your life, your reality, your desires, and everything that you have going on. But it's all because you are making a conscious decision to continue on strong in that direction. That's all that it is, and that is all that it takes as well. If you ever do feel like someone or something is boggling with your mind with these limiting beliefs and you don't know what to do, maybe it's affecting you a little bit, take it back a notch by reflecting a little bit and reminding yourself, I can really do everything that I want to do, and other people's limiting beliefs do not have anything to do with me. That is a projection of what they feel about their life and their reality, but that again has nothing to do with me. Because it doesn't. It has nothing to do with you. That is a reflection of what they believe about themselves and their realities, just like for myself. When I said that I suffered a lot in the past, you know, I could sit here again and say you all are gonna go through the same thing because I did. That is not the truth. I don't claim that for anyone, okay? I know what I went through, and I know that I simply had to be stronger than for me to deal with that, which is exactly what I ended up being, which is exactly why I am here right now. So even throughout any limiting beliefs that I may hear, even if it does feel effective or it feels like it could be effective more, because it is not effective to me, but I do see how, again, if I had like a lower self-concept or a weaker mindset, it could definitely have affected me. I still choose to always rise up above that because I do not want to be a victim of my reality ever again in my entire life. I am simply way too strong, way too powerful, and way too in control for me to settle again for anything. I know exactly what I deserve in this life, I know exactly what I bring to the table, and I do know that everything that I want is always manifesting for me because this is my life, my reality, and no one and nothing could ever tell me differently. I don't care if I hear the same limiting belief 1,000 times, okay? Within my mind, it is counteracted 1,000,001 different times, so try me there, alright? You can't, because I know exactly who I am and I know what I got going on just like you all do too. Do not ever settle for less, not no shitty mindset, sorry for cursing, but seriously, nothing poopy like that because that has nothing to do with you. I rebuke that. In the name of Jesus, I rebuke it, period. I really do. And so with that being said, my love, oh my goodness, that's basically it for this video. That was so much fun to make. I love making videos like these as always. It is always super uplifting and inspiring, even from myself to you all. Like, I just feel like I am positively affected by the things that I talk about because of course I am. It's all coming out of my mouth. You know, I want to help you all out, and that is exactly what we are working towards. You know, we are already there. We believe in the highest case scenario, so everything is always manifesting exactly as we claim that it is, and that's it. And no one out here can tell us differently. And that really is what it is for you to remain strong-minded within you, manifesting your desires, because you don't deserve to settle for less at all. Mentally, nothing. Absolutely not. And even if you do have a moment where you feel weaker when it comes to manifesting what you want, remind yourself that even that moment is not strong enough to stop you, because it really isn't. I had plenty of moments myself where I felt like I was gonna spiral and feel like a victim again and all this stuff, but I just chose to rise up. And I always made it extremely clear to myself that just because I felt that way does not take away from anything that I have already stated for myself. I know that what I say that I have is already manifesting, so I'm not a victim and that's it. You know, I can do this. I am strong enough to do it. And that's exactly why I have always done it, even through any moments that maybe a limiting belief from somebody else did mess with my mind for a minute. Absolutely not. I am so much stronger than that, and I absolutely am, just like we all are as well. Thank you guys so freaking much for watching my video today. I love you all more than anything. Believe me, I really truly do, and I truly intend that this video helps you out to the most of its ability, which I know that it did, because of course, as always, it always will, always does. I will see y'all next Thursday for another video. May God bless you all always. Please take care, everyone. Thank you guys so much again. I love you all so much. Blessings on top of blessings for the rest of eternity. Bye. We do not care what Billy has to say. We do not care about what Hannah has to say. Shit, I don't care about what anyone has to say. This is my life, my reality, and my strong-minded nature that will continue to persist in the form of everything manifesting for me. So if you think that I'm gonna sit here and fall short to what I know I got going on, you're out of your freaking mind, and even if they don't understand, it is not your concern for them to understand. Who cares what they do or don't understand? You know, let them be jealous of you of anything, because some people are really like, how is it possible for them? It's possible because I said so, but you're not saying so. And that again is not my problem, because it absolutely is not. You guys have to remember exactly what it is to remain strong-minded in this way, because this will manifest in the form of so many unbelievably successful things that you will and have already manifested, especially the things that people will say, literally, how did you do that? I did it because I believed in myself. And that is all that you have to stay focused on. The fact that you do believe in yourself, because that right there is manifesting magic for you. So don't trip, my love. Do not trip at all. I believe in you all way too much for you to feel like you can't do what you want to do. Absolutely not. You absolutely can, and you will not listen to a soul who does not agree with that. Trust in your abilities all the way through, believe in yourself all the way through, and continue on all the way through to the end of the finish line, because it has already manifested for you, and that is it. Always it. And it really is. Never sleep on that. Always stay awake on that. God bless you all, my love. Please take care, everyone. Thank you guys so much again for everything. Listen to what I have to say, and remain as strong-minded as freaking possible as you continue to manifest all that you want and all that you will as successfully as possible. God bless you all from the inside out. I appreciate you all more than you could ever imagine. Y'all got this, and we always do. Bye.